Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Bomb has been defused.
Hey, what's up guys, it's adreN with Boomio, and I'm going to show you how I op on CT side cache. Cache has a ton of different options for where you can put your opper, so if you want to be opping at A, mid, or B, they're all very viable, and there's a bunch of different ways to be aggressive or passive with your op. So let's hop in game and I'll show you now. I'm going to start off talking about opping on the A side of cache, and there are plenty of different options for you. There are aggressive options, passive options, so starting off here, I'm going to show you the aggressive options. And these aggressive options, you might only use once an entire half, or maybe, once a game, every other game. So like these are your options depending on how confident you're feeling with the op at the moment. So quickly coming out of CT spawn here, you would knife out and get into A main. You could have a teammate pop flash behind you just in case someone was close trying to rush you. But if you can actually get this line of sight right here, it'll give you a lot of control for your team with a chance of you opening up the round for your team in your favor. So this angle right here is very good. You can also come back here on the barrels, pop up and take that angle like that. You can also play an aggressive but kind of an off angle here, which allows you to just punish anyone walking into A main. And this is an off angle, which means they're not really expecting you here, so they're probably going to have their guard down for you. So that is the aggressive A main pick. You can also, with a really good spawn, rush squeaky door as fast as possible from CT spawn, open it up, and just try to zoom in and get the guy that is defaulting squeaky door. If you know that, and this is something that you can make a read on, if you've noticed, hey, this one guy goes door every single round, he kind of has the same pattern. He flashes and then goes. So if you read his pattern, you could wait for his flash, open the door, and just take that free shot on that guy and try to punish him. Coming into the site here, we're going to have probably the best spot on the site, or the best spot on the site is going to be opping behind quad. It allows you the option to op into A main from here, while also having a safe position to hide behind in case you miss your shot, or you want to, you hit your shot, you hide, you can peek back out. It also allows you to, watch A main, pivot to highway, so you have a lot of vision that you can see, and you can really help a lot of your teammates from this position. So mastering the quad position is very important if you're going to be opping the A site. The survivability and the amount of different angles that you have is incredible in quad. Going into your next position here, it's just going to be truck, which is going to be a super passive position. This might only be used if you're actually retaking the bomb site and not playing anyone in the bomb site. But besides that, that is pretty much all of your A side opping. If you're going to be opping the site here, this is an angle that's okay to take every once in a while. Just make sure you're not in the way of the squeaky door spam and that you're not exposed from highway. But every once in a while, you can kind of pivot like you do at quad. It's just a little bit more exposed than you were if you were at quad. So that's all your options at A, guys. Into opping at the B site here, a lot of the times people will take their best spawn at B to go ahead and opt the crack. And what that does is it really cuts off the window side for the terrorist, or you'll at least know that no one's at the window side or no one has crossed B. So this will be that initial angle that you'll take, and it's an angle that you can take a shot and also escape back into CT spawn or back in the site. So you can take a pick safely and dip out, which is always a good situation. If you want to drop out of heaven into checkers, you'll be more committed into checkers, obviously. So make sure you may have a teammate or someone supporting you if you need to get out of checkers. So you'll take this angle right here, which is a very good angle. A lot of the times at high level CS, you'll have someone smoke your B main, or someone from the terrorist point of view will smoke your B main. And then you'll have to take an angle, something like this, if you want to keep being aggressive, which is a good angle to continue to fight and continue that aggressive fight for the B main control. Falling back into the B site here, you're going to be playing, you have kind of like two options here, to play default or back at the box here. So the initial angle will be right here, and it'll be a spot where you'll take a peek here, maybe work the left side, see if you get a guy at blue, see if you can get a guy at checkers. Once they've started rushing you. So you're going to be really good at pivoting and only fighting one guy at a time and getting these quick shots as you're going in and out of the box. But it's a very good spot where you can take a shot, hide behind the box, and then re-go for another one. Or get support and stay alive and get support from your teammates. Same concept at this box back here. You can take a shot at checkers, dip back in, take a shot right here. So it's kind of a spot where you're taking a peek, you're falling back, you're tucking in, you're staying alive in between shots. And having your teammates also help you. Going into a more even passive positions, not even in the site, These might be more likely rotate positions where maybe you came from mid or A and you're trying to come into B, but because most of the times this will be smoked off. But if you want to just take an angle, usually this one's the best. A lot of the times you won't really want to take this one because if they're in checkers, they could be peeking you from this side, that side, that side. So a lot of the times you want to just limit the angles that they can peek you. Right here, they're always going to go into your crosshair no matter what side they come from. So it's very good. If you're opping in from heaven, you're going to be opping, if they're not underneath you, you just be opping straight into checkers here. It's not a position that's commonly used, but if you're rotating, you got to get very comfortable and very knowledgeable on where to aim at. Head level, are they going to be up top? So mastering this spot can be very useful on where they cross into sight and getting terrorists once they've entered the bomb site. Get them when they're crossing into sight through a headshot as well. But those are all your op positions for the B bomb site. Going into opping middle here on cash, coming out of CT spawn, you're most likely going to have your teammate smoke for you as the opper posts up at this angle. Once it's smoked, you can stop looking at it and then transition to the boost angle. While you're opping at the boost, you want to make sure that your highway player has your mid main here and just watching the smoke to make sure no one's going through the smoke while you're zoomed in at the boost, because you don't want to have to worry about two angles at once. So make sure your teammate, make sure there's a smoke up middle if you want to look at boost. As you transition here, if you get smoked out, you're going to want to rotate. So if you've made your way to highway before the smoke comes out, you can take a look at middle by opping this angle here. This angle as well is pretty good. I don't really recommend fighting the boost guy if you're highway, because he's probably going to be already posted on you, so he has a really big advantage if you happen to peek him. So keep the angles kind of conservative in terms of just opping this, see if anyone gives you any peeks, and then you could also float on highway, look into squeaky door right here. If they happen to smoke you out, make sure you get up top and see over top the smoke. But your job here at middle is to try to punish any terrorists trying to peek you before they fully execute onto a bomb site or throw smokes at you. So if they smoke you at middle here, you're going to have to concede middle and rotate your op somewhere else so that they can still be useful, because you don't want to keep your op here up close when the terrorists could be up close to you. You want to keep your op in a position where you can still be effective. So if they take middle, if they smoke off Z, and they're over boost right now, you're going to have to concede middle and just give them that, and then rotate your op into the A bomb site or back into the B bomb site, or rotate it back into Z as the smoke from Z fades away, and then you can start to scan middle here again, look for anyone to boost, maybe slow peek this, and then just kind of hold like an off angle right here, and you can punish any terrorists trying to cross middle into vents. But your options at middle here are as I said, and then if you get pushed back, just make sure you're putting your op into a position where it's going to be effective and not sitting behind smokes.